Hello YouTube and welcome back Beyblade fans. Today I've got something very special for you and I waited almost a year until these arrived at my doorstep and I'm very glad I can do this review now. So today 12 Beyblades from Java's Junkyard arrived in the mail and we're gonna take an extensive look at them. I'm gonna show you a few detailed shots of them, and I'm going to talk about the specialties about these Beyblades. The first one I want to show you is Zeus. It's that one here. It comes in this blue box from Java's Junkyard. Zeus is spelled with Z, U, E, and S, but on the Beyblade it's spelled Zeus, like the Greek god. Actually, I never owned this as a kid, and I never watched this far in the anime until Zeus showed up. But the reason why I wanted to have this blade was because it has a turning attack ring, and it's really big. It's really heavy. The Bitchip here is magnetic. I want to show that to you. It's magnetic on here. The attack ring rotates and it's quite heavy. So I never owned this as a kid, and I never watched the anime until they came up to the point where Zeus shows up. So yeah, there's Zeus. It's really cool. It's really shiny, and it has like a matte shiny finish, if that makes sense. Like in certain points, and if you hold it in a certain way in the light, it kind of is matte, but when you turn it, it turns glossy. It doesn't come across on camera this good, but maybe you get what I mean. So the attack ring rotates. The upper attack ring is really small, and I can't remove it, obviously, because either I'm too weak or the super glue that Leon used is too strong. I don't know, but yeah, that's Zeus. Let's go on with the next one. I never owned this as a kid because it was always sold out. It's Galeon, and in the anime, Lee is the guy who has Galeon. He's the member and leader of the White Tigers, and the arch enemy of Ray because Ray betrayed them and stuff like that. And as a kid, in the show, it was really epic when Lee fought against Ray and Drigger. And as you can see here, this one doesn't have the Magnetic Bitchip system, and it comes in a really cool black finish, and it has this pinkish tone to it and this yellow tone to it, and the Bitchip sticker or the Bitchip printing here is really sharp. It was a little blurry last year on the Drigger, but it seems that it is not on all Bitchips. It's not the case on all Bitchips, but especially Galeon is really cool. And as a kid, it always was sold out. I never owned one, and a friend of mine had one. And what he did was he removed the lower attack ring and replaced it with a saw blade, little saw blade that was rotating, and as a kid that was really fucking dangerous. Good lord, when we were kids, toys were could be modified to be so dangerous. I mean, not like in the 50s where you had like literal chemistry boxes with uranium in it. But yeah, we had saw blades on our Beyblades, and that led to a few destroyed Beyblades in the neighborhood, I can tell you. And yeah, but that's really cool. Galeon, really cool from the artwork, and also the quality of this Beyblade is really great. I'm gonna glue that all in later. I'm not going to do that on camera because I'm going to mess it up. Next up is a Beyblade that was never, as far as I know at least, was never released as a plastic toy, but is simply, maybe I'm going to compare them next to each other, is simply a recoloring of Galeon and a little few additions here and there. It's Galux. Galux belongs in the series to Mariah, that is the love interest of Ray, sort of, and she's also really pissed that he betrayed the White Tigers and stuff like that, like teenage love drama. Also, the printing of Galux is really, really cool. It's the, like, I don't know if there exists a high quality version of Galux BitBeast art design somewhere, but if you can take a look at that, I mean, I'm throwing a shadow here, maybe that way. Yeah, really beautiful. Also here, the Beyblade doesn't have any screws on it. Strange, but it doesn't have the Magnetic Bitchip system. But really, really cool Galux. And it comes across really cool with a pinkish coloring here, or with a yeah, it's pink. It's a girly Beyblade, and maybe one reason that they didn't release this is because girls were not that much into Beyblading. I don't know. I would have loved to own that as a kid, because it also has the rotating attack ring. And when we put that side by side next to Galeon, you're gonna see there's, I don't know, there is a few differences in the attack ring. For example, if you hold that next to each other, for example, here it has these different design. It kind of is the same. It like kind of is the same, but it's also a little different. And I think it's not simply recoloring; it's a little different. The hat looks different. The hats look different on Galux and Galeon. But yeah, really, really cool. Really, really great to own this. Like after 23 years of waiting and rebuilding my Beyblade collection since my father, when I moved out in 2019, somewhere in that time frame, I gave my brethren and my brothers my Beyblade collection, and I thought they kept it, but they put it on the in the attic, and my father threw them away. So there goes like a Beyblade collection of like 4,000 euros, somewhere around that. There were really rare Beyblades in them, but it's okay. I'm rebuilding a collection now, and I'm not really into Beyblade battling, like, if that makes sense, but it's cool to have these as a collector's piece, or collector's pieces. Now, as a responsible adult, it's really important to keep in touch with your inner child. So there's my inner child, and it is only satisfied when I pay like 500 quid for them and wait for a year for them to arrive on my doorstep. So next up, we gonna have Galzly. Galzly is Gary's Beyblade. Gary is a guy, also a member of the White Tigers, and he's like a really gentle giant, except for when he gets provoked or when he's in battle mode. Then he goes berserk mode. So fittingly, his Bit Beast is Galzly, like a grizzly bear. And what I find interesting here is the color scheme of this Beyblade, and also it has a different weight ring, so now I can exchange weight rings on all my Beyblades. Really, really cool. Yeah, the coloring comes across as somewhat, I mean, it's definitely red, like definitely red, but it is sort of a ruby red or I don't know how to describe this color, but it looks really, really cool. It's not like a deep red. It's more like a really shiny red. It's more like rosé, but with a touch more red in it, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's that. Galzly, really, really cool. As a kid, I owned this, and what I found really, really cool was his attack ring, this double-sided, this double thingy here, and the width that the attack ring offered. So if you put that in an arena against the normal Beyblade, it would cover a lot of ground, it would cover a lot of attack space, and would, if you handle it correctly, it would really handle most Beyblades. Like if you exchange it with another base, like the base on all of them, all those White Tiger Beyblades is the basic. It's a really basic base, so to speak. But yeah, that's really cool. And if you exchange that for more of a defense type or more of an attack type base, it would really offer a variety of different combinations. So next up, we have something that never was released as a plastic toy again. And I don't own the metal version of Galeon. I own this as a plastic toy, but Galeon is like the other White Tigers, just double rotating, and it is a monkey bit beast. And I didn't feel like I really needed it. Maybe when I order next time. And here we have, it is quite heavy. Here we have the Beyblade of Trihorn. That's the team of, what was the name? The All-Stars. It was the American team that Max's mother was managing, and Trihorn is more like a bullbit beast. And I don't know why they never released this. Like they had Trigal, they had Tripio, and Trigator was also never released. But I was wondering, why did they never release this as a plastic toy? Maybe because of this attack ring. I don't know if this comes across on camera, how huge and how big that is. But I'm going to show you a comparison with Galzly. Let's open this up. Going to show you this really quick. If you hold them next to each other, like the height difference is crazy. It's almost twice, like if you put them next to each other, it's almost as if the attack ring is double its size on Trihorn as on Galzly, and that is fucking huge. I mean in height, not in width, but in height. Yeah. So Trihorn never released as a plastic toy, as I said, but I really think the coloring is really cool. We had later on, we had like Rock Bison. That was a sorry, I have to throw my dog out. Because he really misbehaves sometimes. And that was one of those occasions. He misbehaved and now he's thrown out. Yeah, where was I? Trihorn never released as a plastic toy, as I said. Maybe and mostly because of the huge attack ring and the sheer size of it. Maybe they couldn't fit it. Java's Junkyard said maybe they couldn't fit it on a starter. Java's Junkyard had in the description that it would fit on a starter. I didn't try it yet. In fact, I didn't even unpack them anyway, in any way until now. Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. But if you can see here, I have to position myself a little different so that I can see what I'm doing on camera. the attack ring somewhat on the inside has not a collision, but some sort of like wobbling on the weight ring here. So I'm not quite sure how this behaves when you start it with a plastic launcher, but we're gonna see about that. Yeah. So next up, we have quite a few Beyblades here. I back in like, when did I order them? Last year in September, I ordered 10 of them, and they had like production time and stuff like that. And I also ordered a stadium, and sadly the metal stadium was not available anymore, and the ones that were available were broken. So Leon offered me, hey, listen, the stadium is not available anymore, yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, then just throw in 2 other Beyblades for it, like, it's okay. Here we have Volborg. Volborg is the Beyblade of Tala from the, I guess later on they were called the Blitzkrieg Boys, but what were they called in the original series? Not the Majestics. We call them Blitzkrieg Boys. Like that one I had as a child and was one of my favorite Beyblades when I was a child. Volborg is a wolf bit beast, really really cool. You can see that here. Really good quality on the direct printing. It's not a sticker on here. It's like directly printed onto the metal. And what was cool as a kid was on the base, that part here where I put my fingernail in, that would rotate, and that was rotating, and it was connected with a little pin to the spin gear, and it was really really fucking cool as a kid. And it's also so shiny. It's so shiny. It's chromed up. It's the chrome version of this. It's so shiny, so cool. And I really loved this Beyblade when I was a kid. And now owning it as a full metal version is absolutely cool. It's part of being a responsible adult and enjoying it. So yeah, there goes that. That's a Volborg. That's really cool. I paid around $500 for all of them. And as I said, I ordered 2 extra Beyblades. The 2 extra Beyblades that I ordered were, I'm explaining this later, but one of them was Galzly. And here we have one of my favorite Beyblades as a kid also. And it's Drigger F. It's the toy version. There also exists the anime version of it on Java's Junkyard. Sadly, in the last few weeks, the side of Java's Junkyard doesn't show the Beyblades correctly. Like, they're still there, but they don't show up in the shop. And I don't know why. Maybe they have like legal issues or something. But they moved to a different store. Like, Leon posted it on his YouTube channel in the comments that where the Beyblades are available now, they call them spin top toys now, and they distance themselves from calling it Trigger and stuff like that. They're calling it Electric Tiger, DRGN for Dragoon and stuff like that. Now keep it, they call it like custom spin toy, and I'm assuming that is maybe for legal reasons. I don't know, maybe it is. Yeah, but here is the really cool toy version of Drigger F. And this base as a kid had, I mean, it's non-functional here, but those 2 little carved in things here, one is here, one is here. Actually on the toy, I guess it were 4, but they would, if you spin this would move like, this would be like spring supported. Here were the springs. You could like add some effect on the Beyblade. I don't know exactly what it was, but it had some effect on it. And what is really cool here is I think that is the chrome nickel version that I ordered. Not quite sure about that, but I guess it was the chrome nickel version. It also has the anime version on the website. But what really is cool here is it has the Magnetic Bitchip system, and that makes gluing it in unnecessary, and that's really cool, because this way you don't have to put on glue every time this flies off. You can just put it in and it just snaps in place. And one of my favorite things as a kid when I had this toy was if you spin this and you had no other Beyblade in the arena, sometimes it would happen that this would perfectly balance and just stop and wouldn't flip over. I mean, it's impossible on this toy or on this model because I don't have even ground here. That's reason number one. And I think the weight is too heavy for it to stay in place. But yeah, sometimes as a kid, I would spin it and it would just stay in place and stop spinning. Really cool. Really love this Beyblade. I had a special edition of this when I was a kid. Mine was greenish and was like metallic greenish. Really, really cool. Next up, we have one of the anime versions that Java's Junkyard offers. It's Drigger Anime. Let me get the Bitchip out here. Drigger Anime, really cool. Also here on the Bitchip, different design of trigger. Really cool. Maybe if I hold it that way, comes across better. Really cool. Different base design here, but this is the high polished chrome version of this. It's really cool. Or high polished chrome nickel. Really cool. The attack ring is a little bit sharper or more like spiked up than the toy version, and so the risk of hurting yourself when you stop this with your bare hand is quite bigger, so I wouldn't recommend that. But as I said, really cool, really great attention to detail here. Java's Junkyard is doing a great job reproducing these. In my opinion, they're worth every penny, because when you consider the second-hand Beyblade market at the moment, or at any point in time, plastic toys were going up to for a few $100s. And if you like the Black Drancer plastic toy that goes for up to, last time I checked, it was like 300 for a spinning top toy out of plastic that gets brittle over time. No thank you. Really expensive, but I'm not buying it. Next up, and if you consider that those are high production, high value, high quality reproductions of those Beyblades on full metal, and more like collector's pieces, I think they're worth their money. And I think it's really cool that we have the opportunity. And next up, I'm going to spoil here. I didn't script this, like I never do scripts on my videos. Maybe I should start that. Dragoon F Anime. And we have the chrome version of it. So here goes the Bitchip. There goes the Beyblade. Wow, really cool. Really sharp edges here, like not really sharp, but more like spiked up, and it's looking more aggressive. It's looking way closer to the anime, and a really cool attention to detail here that parts of it are painted or plated red. I'm just wondering why this Bitchip is so small. Like, where do I put that? Do I put that on the directly on that? Like, or is this I don't know. I'll figure it out. But really cool. The base also, and it's quite heavy. It's not as heavy as Zeus, but it's quite heavy. I'm gonna rotate this. Gonna show you. Doesn't move. Oh, now it goes. There. Really cool. Okay, someone is having seizure out there. Really cool that this part is embedded in here, like, and you can remove it. That's cool. You could remove that. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No one can stop me. Wow, that's cool. Put it back on there, and as I said, I'm gonna glue that in later. And a thing that is remarkable about Dragoon is that those Beyblades here, or this Beyblade here, is a left spinner Beyblade, and it's only gonna work with a left starter. So I'm gonna put that back in here. And as it happens to be, I own quite a few starters. I bought the electronic ones from Drigger, Drancer, and Dragoon. Drasil never got an electric starter, at least not in this series. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna take a deeper look into that. And from what I've seen, Java's Junkyard is at the moment on it to produce another Drasil, and maybe I'm gonna buy that too. Like, I have the Drasil F, and or is it Drasil F? I don't know. The one with the 4 spiky thingies, not the first Drasil, not the one with the 8 defense attack ring. The 8 parts on it, that has 8 like thingies on it. You know what I mean. Next up, we have Dragoon Anime, and I guess it's Dragoon S Anime, and it is the black edition of Dragoon Anime. Really, really cool. Really dig that. Like, here's the Bitchip. I hold that close. Here's the base, and you have to glue in. On the original toy, it was like a rubber tip, and here it's like a metal tip that you have to glue in. And yeah, really cool, really shiny black edition of that. Really comes like across like the black Drancer. Really cool. Also the weight disc here is also black anodized. Really cool. Yeah, high quality, as you could expect from Java's Junkyard. Really cool. What I see here is that there's a little residue. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little residue on it, like maybe from the glue. Doesn't matter too much. They're mostly gonna sit in a showcase, and I'm not gonna really battle with those. Maybe from time to time take them for a spin, but mostly those are collector's pieces for me. And yeah, next up we got a lot of Dragoon. Oh, I forgot something. There. Next up we have Dragoon V in red. Wow. Dragoon V in red. Red Bitchip, and as you can see, it is quite a different red from Galzly. It is more, I would say it's more like even more ruby than the other one, and it's quite hard to turn that. I can't. Maybe I have to rock this around a little more, but I can't remove it. Maybe I'm gonna figure that out later. Not gonna get it on camera here. Maybe I'm unscrewing this and then remove the attack ring and later put it back together. But also here, here's the Bit Beast sticker, really cool. What is cool here is that the tip is like plastic, like on the original toy, and yeah, really cool. Gonna take this for a spin later. And the color scheme, I really dig that. Red Dragoon, absolute peak, absolute cinema, really, really cool. And the last one for today is Dragoon G. Dragoon G also comes with the Magnetic Bitchip System. Magnets are sticking out here a little bit, mainly because any other way they wouldn't reach to the Bitchip. So yeah, there's that. And I'm going to explain a few things. Like, this is the high shiny weight disc. This is the attack disc. Really, really cool. I also ordered this in chrome. And what's cool here is that even the base looks like a saw blade, mirrors the attack ring, so it's like a double attack ring. What's interesting here is that this resembles the wind-up or gear system. That's why it's called Dragoon G. It's because the gear system series was called G. When I was a kid, I had like Drigger G and what was it? Drancer G. I think I had Drancer G too. But yeah, it's really, really cool. But it's non-functional on here. But if this would be the plastic toy, you would go in with a little wrench here, wind that up, and mid-battle or so, this would start spinning and it would go wild in the arena. Absolutely wild, absolutely cool. And it put back in the day, this put a new spin on your Beyblade in the true sense of the word. And it was back in the day, that was really cool. It's the high shiny chrome version of this, and this and Galzly were the two Beyblades that I told Leon to exchange for the Metal Stadium and the shipping costs, because the Metal Stadium would add up to the shipping cost quite a bit. And like, it's cool that he did that and really nice of him. So thank you, Java's Junkyard, for helping me out here, putting two Beyblades in. Really cool. And yeah, there goes the review of 12 Beyblades of Java's Junkyard. Really cool. Really worth, in my opinion, the money. Especially what I wanted to like especially mention are Dragoon G is really cool. The black version of Dragoon as anime, really, really cool. Really cool version of this looks so sick when you hold it in your hand like that. Really cool. Also cool is the Tri-Horn Beyblade. Really cool. Gonna glue them in later, take them for a spin. And yeah, I think this closes up my review. A few things that I wanted to say before I close the video. If you, like me, have money to spend, go ahead, do it. If you think, nah, I'm not gonna spend 50 bucks or 60 bucks on a spinning toy, then don't do it. In my opinion, those are more like collector's pieces and not like toys that you take out for battle. And you have to you have to know that before you buy them, because some people may expect that you can fight against other Beyblades and take them for a spin against the Metal series or the Beyblade X series that is now a thing. I'm not really into Beyblading anymore. I just mainly collect them from Java's Junkyard. Like, and Bench Blade also does really high quality reproductions of Beyblades, but they are not from a zinc alloy. They're from really like steel. They're like indestructible. So if you would take like a Bench Blade up against the Java's Junkyard Blade, it could happen that metal pieces fly off, and also that could happen if you take Java's Junkyard's Beyblades for a spin. The bit chips can fly off and stuff like that. It's really not really. You would take a risk. That's what I'm trying to say. You would take a risk that you would hurt yourself if you take them for a spin against each other. But other than that, really cool. As I said, I spent like roughly $500-ish on all of them. And yeah, really, really cool. If you have the money, go ahead, buy them. Would I recommend this for anyone that expects like a toy? No. If you're a collector, go ahead, buy them. If you're a toy guy that wants to take them for a spin, you can also buy it. But don't be disappointed when your $50 toy gets scratched up against your $15 Beyblade, like, and isn't all shiny anymore when you take it for a spin. That you have to consider. But I think they're really worth the money. They're really worth putting them in a display case. And yeah, I see you guys next time. Have a good one, and bye bye.